Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Scottsdale Saguaro High School, home site of tonight's big matchup between the visiting Liberty Lions and the Saguaro SaberCats. My name is Vince DeLisio from the Varsity Sports Show, working with the SaberCat Network, and joining me on the call tonight is the very talented Ian Monhay. Ian, you and I had a chance, obviously, to walk the field pregame. What was the vibe that you got?
Well, first of all, Vince, it's an honor to be on the call with you, and to everybody else that's listening, I hope you guys are having an amazing day as well. But yes, Saguaro is coming off of a very nice victory last week, and them coming in here and coming in with a lot of confidence. Them getting a win and finally getting that first one off of the books is something that they've been trying to get off of their back for the last couple of weeks, and you could tell that there's a different level of motivation now that they got something out of the way, and they're looking to get a victory here against a very talented Liberty team.
Very talented Liberty team, but I'll tell you, Saguaro notched their first win last week on the season on what has been a challenging season. It's been a rebuilding season with arguably the toughest schedule in the state. Right. And they've got some confidence. They've got some momentum, and they're hosting a Liberty Lion team that, again, we don't know what team is going to show up. One that comes in maybe a little overly confident or cocky, and it's ripe for an upset, or a team that's coming in rolling. We'll see. Remains to be seen. And as our old friend Herm Edwards used to say, that's why we play the game.
That's right.
All right, we're going to hang out here for the national anthem. Coach, if you need some muscle, I can come in and help. Okay. Fine job by the SaberCat marching band tonight as we prepare for kickoff. Both teams on their respective sidelines. The officials head now to midfield for the coin toss.
Okay, bring them out. Gentlemen, shake hands, introduce yourselves.
While the officials are working with the team at midfield, we're going to head down and run our pregame interviews from our very own Bella Casey with each of the respective head coaches.
Hi, I'm Bella Casey with the Varsity Sports Show here with Coach Kelly at Saguaro High School. Coach, after big wins, it's easy for teams to become complacent. Yep. How have you avoided this? Or how do you plan on avoiding it?
Yeah, our guys had a great week of practice. The mentality for a lot of our seniors, it's a senior night for us. We're just excited to go out there and see what we can do and play it to our best abilities and let the chips fall where they may. So we're excited for sure.
Nice. Liberty has scored an average of 38 points this season. How do you guys plan on controlling them?
Yeah, we can't give up the big play. We got to make sure we create turnovers, and we got to get off the field. We got to win on first and second downs. That's how we got to do it. That's how you got to stop these guys, get them in long distance positions on third down, and see what we can do and not give up the big play. So that's how we're going to limit these guys and tackle well. So, yeah.
Thank you, Coach. I'm Bella Casey with the Varsity Sports Show. Hi, I'm Bella Casey with the Varsity Sports Show here with Coach Thomas at Liberty. Coach, Saguaro's coming off of a big win for them. How do you plan on controlling their current momentum?
Yeah, it's a great win for them last week, and obviously a lot of pride in this program. It's been really good for a long time, so we got to play our best football tonight.
Thank you. I'm Bella Casey with the Varsity Sports Show.
All right. Well, the SaberCats will be receiving the opening kickoff here tonight, and fitting as the offense has been playing a little bit better, Ian.
Yeah, let's actually get over to the stats here from last week from Saguaro's offense. They had their highest offensive output at 508 total yards of offense, 250 through the air on 17 of 23 passing, 258 rushing yards on 39 carries as well. Them being able to finally get the offense moving in a 35-21 victory over Chaparral is just a very big accomplishment for this team, big accomplishment for Darius Kelly. Congratulations to him on getting his first victory of his Saguaro head coaching career.
And it was fitting because that's the biggest rivalry, arguably biggest rivalry in the state. These two teams were just a couple of miles apart, Saguaro and Chaparral, and heading over there, Chap being the home team, and so it was a good win. It was a good victory for the SaberCats last week. So, correction, pardon me, Saguaro is kicking off tonight, and Liberty deep to receive, kicking for the SaberCats. Number 87, and that was Nikolai Procopio. And for the Lions, 25 on the return, Mason Lombardi, who was taken out of bounds, and the Lions will have it 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line. Call it looks like it'll be about the 27. Quarterback for the Lions. As we await the snap, single back in the backfield. Quarterback number 10, Hayden Fletcher, and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle on the play, number 11, Garrett Martin.
I don't know if you saw right there, but 93 absolutely came flying in from Saguaro's defense as they're getting really quick over here. I'll let you take over this.
On the pass is incomplete. And for the SaberCats,
yeah, that was number 10 by Elijah Jackson. A very nice play on the ball. The ball kind of sailed a little bit for the defensive back to make a play, and now we come up on a 3rd and long play right here.
Fletcher, shotgun formation, 4 receivers split out wide. Fletcher throws to the right on the crossing route. Incomplete. Defending on the play, Mason Whitaker, who's also a pretty darn good wide receiver for the SaberCat team.
That's right. When it comes to Whitaker, he had a pretty good game last week as well, having himself a 7-catch for a 92-yard game last week. So him being able to come in and be a dual threat, it's a fun thing to see when you see players playing both sides of the ball.
Oh, yes. Whitaker deep to receive. The punt by number 11, Brody Pilegard. High kick, doesn't get a lot of distance, however, and Whitaker's just going to let it take a couple of bounces. It'll get down to inside the 40. So quick opening drive for the Lions. SaberCats will take over on 1st and 10. Quarterback for the SaberCats, number 7, Marcel Jones. Receiver split out wide, single back in the backfield. Procopio in motion. Jones hands off to number 6, Elias Johnson, who gets back to the line of scrimmage, may have gained 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Elias Johnson there with the run play right there. Short gain right there, but it wasn't the story for him last week. He had 11.6 yards per carry, 18 carries for 201 yards. He added in a couple of catches, 2 for 26. So him being a playmaker for this offense, expect him to be a focal point in this offense this game.
Jones. Shotgun formation. Jones throws, completes, heading up the sideline, still on his feet, finding some open field is the big tight end, Pregame, finally getting tackled after a monstrous gain. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Yeah, number 87 right there, Nikolai Pregame going ahead and making a play, getting skinny between the blockers and making a big play for this offense.
Got a flag down, had some movement. Offense is saying it's the defense, defense saying it's the offense.
We weren't ready.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've never heard that before.
no,
Vince.
but I guess that's one we can use when we're not ready. All right. Good crew tonight. Had a chance to chat with the lead official briefly. Nice guys. All work really hard, so we give them a hard time. 1st and 10.
Oh.
And this time, they were ready.
Okay. Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5 yards. 1st down.
Well, there you go. Get an extra bit of real estate when it counts, and it'll be 1st and 5. Ball inside the 15, call it the 13-yard line. Jones awaits the call from the sideline. Johnson also in the backfield. Got Aiden Whitaker up top. Jaden Wiseman, bottom of your screen. Mason Whitaker in motion. Jones looks to throw, sprints to his right. Throws it away wisely. Couldn't find a receiver open. And it'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it looked like it was Whitaker at the top of the screen there. It looks like there may have been a tight window to throw, but I understand that's a very tough throw to make by the quarterback there, by Jones. So wise decision to take a dead play right there and make it a 2nd and short here.
On 2nd down. Jones keeps once again, sprints to his right, tries to find the perimeter, does, and he is in. Is he in? Touchdown, Sabercats. Marcel Jones from 13 yards and the touchdown.
Continuing to have a big presence in the running game is Marcel Jones. It had himself 2 rushing touchdowns last week, then that is now 6 rushing touchdowns on the season. Sabercats 6-0.
And the extra point attempt team getting set. Might be going for 2 here.
I like that, making a statement early against one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Got to come out with some competitive juices, and this is the definition of competitive juices.
4 receivers split wide, thrown to Whitaker, and it's in for the 2-point conversion. Mason Whitaker. Sabercats lead 8-0.
It looked like it was a simple rub route concept with Whitaker going to the flats, being able to create the space for Whitaker to be wide open, make himself an available target for Jones. 8-0 Sabercats.
And with that, the Lions will now have another opportunity after the big statement by Saguaro. Kicking off once again for the SaberCats, Procopio. And get a call here. Maybe not. We'll re-kick.
Perhaps they weren't ready that time either.
Yeah. And the kickoff. Good line drive to the deep man. And on the return, met just inside the 30. Good field position for the Lions. The return by Jaden Sanchez. And the Lions will have it 1st and 10 on the 28. Quarterback once again for the Lions, Hayden Fletcher. Esteban Demby Lamas in the backfield for the Lions. Fletcher, the quick pass completed. Finally dragged down by Elijah Jackson. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Oh, and they're going quick. That was Trey Yunker there on the reception there, getting the 1st down mark on a wide receiver screen to the right.
Empty backfield for Liberty. Fletcher back to pass. Scans the field, throws to the out, completes. No, out of bounds. Pass was incomplete. Brexton Hune.
Yeah, just not getting the feet inbounds there. Those are tough routes as well. Even if they're on the short end of the stick, them being able to tiptoe on the sideline, that is a skill that every receiver is going to have to develop, and that just not being accurate there.
2nd and 10, 2 backs in the backfield for Liberty. The quick handoff inside, dragging some defenders, and finally, stop made by 24, Cameron McMurray on the carry by Demby Lamas. Gain of 5, it'll be 3rd and 5. Fletcher loses the snap, bobbled around, and who's got it? Lions recover, but find themselves in an extremely precarious situation. Looks like quarterback Fletcher is down, as the officials will call it a timeout for injury, and the training staff tending to quarterback Hayden Fletcher. Folks, we're going to take a quick break here with 8:21 remaining in the first quarter. SaberCats leading the Lions. Nope, we'll keep it right here. Fletcher is leaving the field on his own. Fortunately, we'll have to leave the game, however, for at least a play. New quarterback will come into the game for the Lions. And it'll be 4th and 30 for Liberty. They bring in their punter, 37, Connor Martinez, and Whitaker at midfield on the return. Good punt. And we'll take a Lion bounce to midfield, where the SaberCats will have it 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line.
Taking a couple of decent bounces there. The last 2 punts over there for Liberty, that's another difficult thing to do as a punter. I mean, you have to get them far, and it's still a favorable position for Saguaro. But regardless, good punts here by Liberty.
Yeah, let's get a quick replay of the no, we didn't catch it in time here. We'll get it. So Jones, and on the quick handoff to Johnson. Johnson staggers his way inside, gains 8. Nice little run by Elias Johnson.
And the tackle right there, Tyler King being able to separate and create the hole for the running back there for Saguaro, pulling him out further to the left, creating some nice space to make it a 2nd and short here.
Grant Williams checks into the backfield for the SaberCats with Jones. Jones shotgun formation, double wing set. Jones sprints out to his right on the screen, dishes it off, and completes it for the first down to Quentin Sims. Sims, the sophomore tight end. First down, SaberCats.
Yeah, another one of those short flat routes there by Sims, going ahead and looking like he was about to block there, but going ahead and going out at the last second, getting the first down there for the SaberCats.
1st and 10. Empty set for Saguaro. Jones keeps, sprints upfield, gets out of bounds. Gains 5. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good stuff there by Marcel Jones. Him on the season in the rushing game, 45 carries for 318 yards. That is about 7 yards a carry, which is extremely efficient given that the national average in rushing yards per carry is 6. So creating an efficient running game with himself as well as some of the other talented backs, including Elias Johnson, who we haven't called yet, creates a lethal run game for the SaberCats offense.
Marcel Jones sprints out to his left, being pursued by defenders, looks to throw, gets it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 6. And a flag comes a-flying. We'll get the call here.
What was the number? 70. It's on white. It's on here. We're going to go.
Okay, well. No.
During the play, we had an eligible receiver downfield, number 77 of the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
So what was interesting is we caught a little bit of the official saying it was on white. So I don't understand. White is liberty, so I'm not following. Anyway.
But yeah, another difficult play right there. You had one running a corner route, another running an out route, and it was just another difficult throw with 4 defenders right in Jones's face.
Repeat of 2nd down. The quick toss to Williams. Grant Williams trying to hit the perimeter and is pursued by Zeth Theus. May not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, may have lost a yard on that. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, another good play design right there, but again, Theus going ahead and wrapping up with his arms, again, the shoestring tackle, and if he doesn't get that shoestring tackle, that's a big chunk play for Saguaro.
3rd down and long. Jones and Williams in the backfield. Here come the Lions. Jones looks to throw, does. On the screen, it's intercepted. On the interception, number 2, Owen Dalton. Tackled by 77 of the SaberCats, Tyler King.
Yeah, an unfortunate play right there. You were able to notice that there was a big gap there for the defensive lineman to come right through, and perhaps the running back should have stayed right there and picked up that assignment, but had to throw up a prayer and ends up in a SaberCats turnover in their territory.
1st and 10, Lions. Ball on the 37. Fletcher back in the game, looks to pass, does. completes for what is possibly a loss, completed to number 20. That was Jaden Sanchez. May have gotten back to line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Yeah, another good wrap-up right there. I'm a fan of technical tackling, and we saw number 33 right over there, Joseph Martin Rennie, going ahead and making a big play right there and keeping it 2nd and long.
2 backs in the backfield. Fletcher. And sprints out to his right, looks, throws, over the top, out of bounds. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a favorite play of Liberty's, going with those out and up routes and creating a one-on-one situation there. Just a really good defense there by the SaberCats in one-on-one coverage, which is perhaps the hardest thing to do in the secondary.
And 3rd and long for Liberty. Fletcher, empty backfield, back to pass. Fletcher overthrows his intended target. It'll be 4th down.
I don't know about you. It looked like a little bit of a tip there by Garrett Martin, making a pass breakup right there. Tell that it was supposed to be a screen to the receiver on the left, and Martin going ahead and making a nice deflection there to make it a 4th and long.
On 4th down. Lions going for it, 4th and 10. Fletcher back to pass. Fletcher goes over the top, isolated receiver, draws a penalty. That'll go against the Cats, obviously.
Prior to the pass, we had holding on the defense, number 18. 10 yards from the previous spot, results in a 1st down.
Okay. Well, with that, the Lions get a new set of downs here. 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. And the give inside. The stop by 99, Clay Watkins.
Yeah, good play by Watkins there. It looked like there was a hole opening up down the middle. This is a team that does like running right up the gut, and number 99 making a play right there, keeping it 2nd and medium.
Sanchez in the backfield, in motion, multiple players. We'll get some movement here.
I was thinking maybe that was an illegal substitution right there. All 4 of them were in sync
Prior
going to the right side.
Encroachment on the defense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay, well, that one came out of left field. They obviously have a different angle than us, but all right. Second and 2. The give to Sanchez. Should have enough for the 1st down. It'll be close. Let's see. Might be just short. It'll be, nope. Got the 1st. 1st and 10. Lions. Ball on the 16. Fletcher, empty backfield, quick toss. And pass completed to pile guard. Stopped on the play, Martin Rennie.
Yeah, another good play there by Rennie. I mean, it was a 2 defensive back, 2 receiver set right over there that was supposed to be blocking for the receiver, and it was a nice play by Martin to go ahead, turn on the Jets, make it to the right sideline, and make a nice play on the ball.
Fletcher. Quick strike once again to the outsides and brought down. Braxton Hunn.
Yeah, this is an offense that also really likes to go ahead and create these mismatches, trying to separate themselves in the screen game. Another really good shoestring tackle right there by the defensive back.
3rd down. Sanchez on the carry. May have stopped just short. We'll see. It doesn't look like he got the spot. Might be a yard short here. And Watkins in on the stop. It'll be 4th down.
SaberCats defense really understanding the game plan here, understanding that they really like to run right up the middle and have them perhaps try to bounce it outside. They have the contain, they have it on the inside. They're making some really nice plays in the run defensive game.
Fletcher gives. Forging ahead. And that was Dominic Lombardo. Whitaker in on the stop.
Lombardo had himself a big game as well. 3 rushing touchdowns last week in their victory. So him perhaps being a factor in the short running game, it has to be something that the SaberCats are looking at.
Fletcher over the top, and the touchdown for the Lions. Well, may have caught the defense off guard, but carried out fakes perfectly. Little play action.
Yeah, and a perfect setup right there. You understand this is a team that also really likes to get dirty in the red zone. Go with those really tough, nitty-gritty run plays, and they were just caught off guard right there. A good play designed by Liberty, catching the SaberCats off guard.
And the 2-point attempt is good. Score is tied at 8. Nobody ever said this was going to be easy. And so far, both teams appear to match up pretty well this evening. With 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter here on the SaberCat Network. We'll be right back. This will be
Hi everyone, I'm Roberto Astorga from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. With November coming, Arizona high school football enters playoff season. The best teams compete for state titles. In 4A, there is a team that is undefeated and ranked number 1 by AZ Preps 365.
And just like that, welcome back as the Lions prepare to kick off. Number 33, Karsten Dombrowski. Deep to receive, Williams and Jackson. Jackson on the return. Redirects, turns up along the left sideline, finds some open field, still on his feet before being run out of bounds. Electrifying.
What a quick change of direction, immediately going left and going horizontally, which is not the greatest thing to do when you are trying to turn it up the field, but him making a great play, some really nice blocking down the left sideline. Very nice play by Jackson.
First and 10 for the SaberCats. Marcel Jones, empty set, 5 receivers out wide. Jones, back to pass, goes over the top, and caught right on the sideline. No good, out of bounds. That was Aiden Whitaker. Beautiful catch.
Really was. I mean, you had the one-on-one option right over there, just a little bit too far to the right sideline. Incomplete pass on a 2nd and 10 now.
Second and 10 for the SaberCats. Empty set once again. Jones looking at some matchups up and down the line. Lions bringing pressure inside. Jones finds his tight end right in the middle. First down, Sabercats. Procopio stopped on the play by Thus.
Yeah, another good play right there. It looked like it was a double drag route by two separate receivers. Almost made it. You saw two receivers go ahead and try to catch the ball right there, but a nice play there by number 87. First down.
1st and 10, ball right at midfield. Marcel Jones back to pass. Jones scans, caught up and sacked. Hudson Dunn and 47. That was linebacker, or excuse me, defensive end Tyler Bernstein, son of ASU defensive end Brent Bernstein, personal friend of mine.
Yeah, just a lot of pressure. Ended up cutting right to the outside there by both of those edge rushers. Pretty difficult play there when you have two guys really turning on the Jets coming right after you.
Clock under a minute remaining, second quarter. Jones to the out. Finds his target and a flag comes in. Reception by Quentin Sims. Let's find out what the call is here.
Number 12 with a hold, number 12 on the. Hey, number.
All right, well.
We're going to go from the flag.
Okay, that'll come back. We already obviously know that's a holding here.
During the run, holding on the offense, number 12, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Second down.
Aiden Whitaker gets nabbed on that one, and it'll come back.
Yeah, disappointing one. It was supposed to be a quick flat route there again to the receiver. You had the matchup with two of the receivers blocking the defensive backs. Now you come up in a very difficult spot over here, 20-plus yards away from the first down.
Second and long. Jones scrambles, throws, and passes disrupted but incomplete. It'll be third down with 31 seconds remaining.
A lot of pressure there coming from the edge. That was another really tight window throw that with a little bit more velocity probably would have been the completion. But the right idea. You had the man streaking right down. If you had it just a little bit over the hands, that's close to a first down.
Third and long. Empty set once again for the Cats. Lions showing edge blitz. Jones scrambles, throws over the top,
no.
And picked off again. Thus still on his feet, finally dragged down right about their own 40-yard line with 14 seconds remaining. Well, you can look at it as a punt that was getting returned. It got returned to the 40, essentially, and the Lions will have it 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, miscommunication there with their receiver, Tristan Armstrong, number 17. Perhaps Jones was expecting them to continue streaking down, which is the logical thing when you are backed up as far as they were, but it ends up in an interception, his second of the day.
Lions. Fletcher gives along the sideline. Lombardo, who's got a flag down right on the sideline here. We'll see what the call is. Seven seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
Got a personal foul over here.
Goes against the Lions.
Hey! During the run, we got personal foul, hurdling, number 9 of the offense, 15 yards from the foul. Repeat, first down.
So you hear that right there, a personal foul for hurdling, which is something that I haven't heard before. Perhaps his leg was a little too far into the defender, but a first and long right here.
Fletcher completes and dragged down on the reception. Camden Siegel. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 8 here on the SaberCat Network, presented by the Varsity Sports Show. Vince and Ian will be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Roberto Astorga from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. With November coming, Arizona high school football enters playoff season. The best teams compete for state titles. In 4A, there is a team that is undefeated and ranked number 1 by AZ Preps 365. They are the Snowflake Lobos. They represent the entire city of Snowflake, Arizona and the northwestern part of it. Being around 3 hours away from Phoenix, they have traveled to Show Low, Gilbert, Tempe, and even the Santan Valley on their undefeated season. Earlier in the season, I spoke with head coach Kay Solomon. He shared with me his goal of developing his athletes into good students and citizens. On the field, he is shooting for a region title and to contend for the conference. The Lobos are doing just that, being first in the region and in the entire conference. Coach Solomon also shared that his team was filled with experienced players. His players have been terrific, with senior running back Canton Turley having 8 rushing touchdowns. On the defense, senior linebacker Aiden Core leads the team with 14 tackles a game. Their starting quarterback, sophomore Jacob Leduc, is one of the team's least experienced players, according to Solomon. Leduc looks like
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter here from SaberCat Stadium, where the score is tied, 8-8. The Lions, ranked number 2 in the state, number 54 nationally, apparently. Ian, you found that statistic.
Yes, when we're talking about Liberty, I'll actually get into Liberty real quickly. I'll let you call this play.
Fletcher back to pass. Incomplete. Mason Whitaker wreaking havoc in the secondary tonight. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a couple of huge plays there by Whitaker in the last couple.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. 3rd and 11. Sorry, Ian. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're all good. Whitaker going ahead and making a couple of big plays in the secondary tonight with a couple of pass breakups and some good coverage there. But Liberty's offense has been extremely good in terms of their overall production. 1,972 passing yards on the season, a 62% completion percentage. They are going to continue to dominate through the air.
Fletcher, pass is complete off the deflection, finds the open receiver who's got open field. Chasing down from behind.
Nice tackle.
And give credit where credit is due. The reception by 17, Braxton Hunn. Jaden Wiseman bringing him down from behind. What was going to be 6 points is now stopped short. 1st and goal from the 10.
Yeah, it looked like Oliver Eder had a hand on that screenplay, and it just tipped in the wrong direction and it ended up in the receiver's hands. But a nice hustle play right there that should be a main point of emphasis to go over on the TV screens on the bench for the Saguaro defense.
Empty set now, Fletcher in the backfield. And rotating through, giving off to Demby Lamas, who takes it down to the 5. 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, again, we talked earlier about how much they like running inside. It definitely carries over into the statistics as well, only averaging 4.7 yards per carry compared to the national average of 6.
The give to Lombardo. Dragged down, pulled back, may have gotten some forward momentum, a yard. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4.
Yeah, it looked like 23 going ahead and blowing into that hole and making a big stop right there. But again, they not the most efficient of running games in terms of the 4.7 yards per carry. National average is 6 yards per carry, so them being able to get these stops on this running game, it's been a good feature for this SaberCats defense.
Fletcher, bunch set. And we've got a stoppage in play here. Looks like we'll have a timeout by the SaberCats. We will take the quick timeout as well. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, Varsity Sports Show? I'm Quentin Presley from Arizona State University, and today's segment is going to focus over to Chandler, where the Arizona Compass Prep Dragons get ready for one of the most interesting seasons in high school basketball. Let's get right into it. Led by five-star recruits Quincy Wadley, Mika Marinin, and Arizona's own Caden House, the Dragons are stacked with talent from both sides of the floor. They pose an intimidating threat of height, playmaking, and shooting at all positions, making them tough to game plan for. Their official schedule states that they will be playing 4 games this season, all against schools from different states.
Lions on third down. Fletcher, single back in the backfield. Fletcher back to pass. Throws. And is it caught? It is. Touchdown, Lions. Wow. Threading the needle.
Yeah, splitting the defense right there between number 24, Cameron McMurray, and Martin Rennie as well. Going ahead and threatening the needle between two of them. I thought that was going to be a deflection. So it looks like there's an injured Liberty player right there. So we'll step away from that.
So both teams put together some good drives, a couple of mistakes, and we sit at a 6-point lead currently for Liberty. We'll see what they elect to do on the extra point, if they go for 2 or 1.
As we'll take a look at this touchdown throw right over here, it looked like it was number 10 threading the needle between 24 and 33. It looked like it was a slant route, and them going ahead and, again, it's just making those high-velocity throws, making those dangerous throws that you know that your quarterback can make, and very clearly Liberty has trust in Fletcher to make those tight window throws. And it was good coverage on the play by the SaberCats as well, having 2 guys in between there, just a step a little bit too late. And it ends up in an 8-14 ball game right here with the extra point pending.
Dombrowski on the attempt. Kick is up and sails through. And with that, the Lions now lead the SaberCats by 7 with 10:21 remaining till half. Folks, make sure to stick around through halftime. We're going to have a lot of programming from our amazing team. And also, be sure and listen post-game to the Varsity Live post-game show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. It has become a staple in Arizona high school football post-game reports. Friday night, 10:30 to 11:30 p.m. And we have reports from every game that we are covering across the state of Arizona, and tonight,
this game.
Well, including this game, and we'll hear from our reporter Nick Anderson, who's in Las Vegas, covered some Bishop Gorman last night, and we'll hear from Nick as well. So good stuff. Great reporting by an amazing team. Very fortunate, very lucky to have a great group this year. Dombrowski's kick sails deep, and Williams on the return, redirects, finds a lane, gets pulled forward inside the 30, and the SaberCats will take over on the 26. Both teams playing extremely disciplined tonight. Just had a couple of mental lapses in penalties, but otherwise it's been a good game, good solid game. The officials calling a good game tonight.
Excited to see what Marcel Jones has in store here. Again, those 2 interceptions, which was just a little bit uncharacteristic considering last week having 0 turnovers, and having these 2 in a big situation doesn't feel good.
The handoff inside by Jones to Johnson. Johnson gains 3. It'll be second down.
Yeah, it looked like Hudson Dunn and Brody Johnson just turned on the Jets and really came entering that space that was created by the right side of the offensive line. It creates a 2nd and long here.
On second down, Jones. Sims in motion. The give. Yeah, correction. Jones keeps. And was down. Stopped on the play by 52. Caden Branston.
Heads up play there by Moog, though, going ahead and continuing to fight for the football after the whistle was blown. Always have to secure it. I like the heads up veteran play there by Moog.
3rd and 3.
Wow.
And caught up in the backfield. Johnson had nowhere to run, and he was stopped right away by Paz St. John.
Yeah, St. John coming in from the left side of the line, going ahead and blowing that play up. But St. John has also had himself a good season as well. 7.5 sacks on the season, 4 quarterback hurries, really getting after the quarterback, and now doing some damage in the run game here. Creates a punting situation for the SaberCats.
Tristan Armstrong. High kick, great hang time. Takes the SaberCat bounce, finally down right about the 41-yard line. And that's where Liberty will take over. 8:19 remaining till half. Thanks again for tuning in to the SaberCat Game of the Week, presented by the Varsity Sports Show. Thank you to the amazing families and community of Saguaro High School. This is year number 4 for us. Pistol set for Liberty. Fletcher in the backfield, the quick give inside, and spinning for a gain of 5. Stopped on the play by number 24, in on the stop, Cameron McMurray.
And to give credit there, too, to number 77, Tyler King, going ahead and getting him from behind, tripping him up, and leading him into multiple SaberCats defenders.
Fletcher back to pass. Fletcher goes to the middle, complete. Wow. Quick strike, and Hun, ironically, and credited with the touchdown.
Wow.
He got in. I was going to say Wiseman once again catching him from behind, but Hun did just enough to get in.
Yeah, that's Braxton Wynn's 8th touchdown on the season. Another one where it's just a little bit down the middle. Perhaps it looked like it was going to be a post route, but he left it up there a little early, and it caught the SaberCats defense off guard. Unfortunate breakdown right there, as he had a wide open right side of the field to turn on the Jets to, and he gets the touchdown.
Liberty to go for 2. Nope, they didn't give it to him, so he was brought down at the 1.
Great play by Wiseman.
Looks like we'll have a timeout called. And that'll be the SaberCats. We'll take the quick timeout as well. We'll be right back.
I'm Julia Coyne at Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. The Arizona State hockey team is currently 1-4-1, with it being their first year in the incredible National Collegiate Hockey Conference. Before, they were in the American Collegiate Hockey Association. ASU has been in the top 25 several times in their last couple of years. On Friday and Saturday night, they will be traveling to Marquette to play Northern Michigan. Northern Michigan is currently 1-3 in these preseason games. They have played each other in the past, and the Sun Devils have won both times in 2023 and in 2018. Last season, Arizona State went 24-8-6, and Northern Michigan went 12-16-6. Though Arizona State did better than last year, we don't know what to tell when they travel this year to Michigan. With seniors like Matthew Kopperud leading the team, the Devils have a decent shot. Kopperud.
Welcome back. On first and goal, Fletcher. Shotgun formation. The quick give, Demby Lamas, who is in for the Lion touchdown.
And creating that space for that running back to get into the touchdown was number 55, Cooper Ham, taking on that left tackle assignment. A pretty difficult matchup when you look at the likes of their defensive line, having a couple of guys there with 4 sacks, 5 sacks on the season. We'll actually get that checked out when we look at Garrett Martin going ahead and having 5.5 sacks on the season, getting a nice pull out there.
Dombrowski, and the extra point attempt is good. And the Lions leading the SaberCats now by 2 scores, 22-8. As we look ahead here with 7.5 minutes still to be played in the half. Ian, from what you've seen and what you've studied, both coming into this game as well as what you're seeing on the field tonight, what would you expect the SaberCats to dial up on this next drive?
I expect a little bit more of the quarterback running game to be a factor. Again, I talked about it earlier with his rushing touchdown. He has now on the season 6 of them on the year. I'd also look at Elias Johnson leading the team in rushing yards at 457 on 72 carries. He has himself only 1 rushing touchdown on the season, so perhaps you look at him to try to utilize their legs. But the passing game, a little bit off right now, so them going ahead and utilizing the playmakers' legs in the running game should be a factor for Saguaro on this drive.
All right. Well, Dombrowski to kick off, and deep to receive, Williams and Jackson for the SaberCats. Solid kick. Looks like it'll end up in the hands of Williams. Williams sprints upfield, full head of steam, gets to about the 26, where Marcel Jones and the offense will take the field. Folks, make sure and tune in to our social media as well, post-game, where we'll feature post-game interviews with Coach Darius Kelly, and then, of course, our Varsity Live post-game wrap on AM 1060 tonight at 10:30, where we'll be featuring the SaberCat player of the game, among others, from the week's action. Quick handoff inside. And before he can hit the perimeter, Tristan Armstrong is tackled by Thus.
Yeah, what a play there by Thus. It was going to be an end around to the left. You had 3 receivers to the left side, but them going ahead and missing out on one player in Thus, who has been all over the field in terms of tackling.
Second down. Loss of 5 on the play. Receiver split out wide for Saguaro. And Jones makes an adjustment. We've got a timeout by Saguaro. Coach wants to talk about it with the team. We'll keep it right here. So Liberty showing a lot of pursuit, some aggressive play, particularly inside with their linebackers. Ian, it's working for him so far.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a staple for this Liberty team for a little while now. They have 423 total tackles on the year. When you compare that to the national average of 386, they get 60 per game compared to the national average of 50. And they've been monsters in the tackles for loss as well, 59 and a half of those. And it's clearly been a bother right now, but SaberCats coming up and perhaps drawing up some plays for their playmakers to make plays and getting back into this ballgame.
And we are back, 2nd and 15. Jones surveys the defense. Elias Johnson in the backfield. Lions rotate up defensively. Jones back up to pass. Jones goes over the top and throws into triple coverage. Couldn't quite get that one to land into the hands of Armstrong. It'll be 3rd and 15.
It looked like a deep post route over there. It looked like he had a step on the defensive back. And perhaps from our angle, it looked like he had an opportunity there. Perhaps didn't see it, or perhaps was a little overthrown. But given our angle, we don't have that. We don't have that luxury of seeing it. So, 3rd and long.
Jones, single back in the backfield. Jones evading defenders and throws it away. Wisely gets rid of it as he was chased down in the backfield. 4th down.
Yeah, that was Jaden Wiseman on the release going towards the flat, but it ended up being a bit costly. You saw defensive linemen going ahead and screeching towards Jones, and it created a big disruption there. He was lucky and very fortunate to get that play off, and now we bring on the punt team.
On 4th down. SaberCats to punt with just over 6 minutes remaining till half. High kick, not a lot of distance there, but we'll take a bit of a Saguaro bounce before it's down on the 40. Lions will take over 1st and 10 on the SaberCat 40 with 6 minutes and 12 seconds till halftime. Lion offense led by quarterback number 10, Hayden Fletcher. Also in the backfield, 15, Jaden Pico. Pico on the end around, looks to throw, throws it out of bounds. Pico, of course, a quarterback himself, so a bit of trickery there.
Yeah, clever play design, but it did not fool that SaberCats defense. Really read it out the entire way, knew that it was going to go to the right side of the field, try to create a one-on-one matchup, and it results in a 2nd and long.
2nd and 10. Lions. Fletcher, pistol set. Lombardo in the backfield. And the give to Lombardo, breaks through the line of scrimmage, who's met initially by Wiseman.
Yeah, Wiseman all over the field right now has done a really good job in the tackle department for this team all season. Going ahead, excuse me while I go ahead and look for this tackle statistic. He has 47 tackles on the season. Oh my goodness.
On the empty set, pass was incomplete.
A little bit of pressure there in the face of a Fletcher going ahead and trying to get a nice streak route down there, but just a little bit overthrown. Good coverage there by the SaberCats defense.
4th and 6 for the Lions. Fletcher. And we have a timeout. Timeout will be called by Liberty. We'll take the quick timeout as well. 5:32 remaining till half. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Varsity Sports Show. I'm Travis Bradley reporting to you from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. At the midpoint of the season, one thing is clear about the University of Arizona football program. They're not where they'd hoped they'd be. The Wildcats are sporting a less than desirable 3-4 record, and their most recent performance against head coach Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes raised quite a few questions about the program's ability to compete in the Big 12 Conference. Still, there's plenty of things to like about this team, and although their record isn't what they'd imagined it would be earlier this year, you can't deny the performances that some of their players have shown us in the first half of the season. Arizona will finish off their season with 5 consecutive.
And welcome back with 5:32 remaining on 4th and 6. Liberty going for it on 4th down. Quarterback Fletcher. And the offense with some confidence here with a 2-touchdown lead over the SaberCats. Lombardo splits out wide. Empty set now for Liberty. 4 receivers to one side. Fletcher back to pass. Fletcher goes over the top and overthrows his intended target, Trey Yunker. Cats will take over on downs.
Yeah, they had Rennie over in coverage there. Once he ended up getting the jam, he just turned on the jets and blew by him. Another little overthrow there by Fletcher, which has been a little bit out of character for him. He had 2 interceptions last game as well, and just not on the same page with his receiver. Good defense there by the SaberCats.
So SaberCats have 5.5 minutes, which is an eternity in this game. They could potentially add a score if they play some solid offense on this drive. And out of bunch set, Jones in the backfield with Elias Johnson. Jones gives to Johnson. Johnson finds his way to the perimeter and gains 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and short.
Nice little bounce to the outside, and then he tried to turn it upfield, and it just was a good play, but definitely could have gotten a couple of more yards, getting a little bit closer to the 1st down marker if he just bounced out a little bit more outside, but a good run play by Johnson.
Second down. Marcel Jones. Grant Williams in the backfield now for Saguaro. Out of bunch set. Awaiting the snap. And sprinting out to his right, drawing defenders on the screen to Procopio. Still on his feet, forging ahead, gets the 1st down, will have the momentum. 1st and 10, SaberCats. Great play, very heady play by the tight end.
Going ahead and breaking tackles, he had a lot of open room, and being able to eke out those 4 yards on that play. Nice play with his legs there. 1st and 10.
Marcel Jones. And the toss to Williams. Williams sidestepping his way, gets to the sideline, met by Thus. May have gained a couple of more. Let's see where momentum takes it. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Jones back to pass. Drawing defenders in once again, completes to Whitaker. Aiden Whitaker, who's gains 1, tackled immediately by number 8, Brody Johnson.
Yeah, he's been a factor in the secondary all season as well, but that right tackle, Isaiah McKenzie, going ahead and getting some nice blocks on that right side, but had a screeching defender come right at the quarterback at Jones. 3rd and long.
Empty set again for the SaberCats. Jones surveys the defense. Back to pass. Scans, finds the inside receiver in the tight end once again. Reaches across. May not have had enough, but it will be 4th and short. Procopio.
Yeah, Liberty went ahead and dropped a lot of their defenders back, tried to make them get some yards after the catch, and it's nice to create a 4th and short scenario.
Jones trying the hard count, looks to the sideline now. Makes an adjustment, sends Williams back into the backfield, and will flip his receivers, creating more of a balanced set. Jones on the keeper. He's keeping that all the way. Looking, actually, throws it to the sideline. Not sure what happened there, but SaberCats could not convert on 4th down. Lions will take over.
Yeah, it looked like a run-pass option to the right side of the field. It looked like he was expecting a little bit of Tristan Armstrong to release from his block and perhaps go down the field, but nothing was there, and he had to throw it away. Turnover on downs.
First and 10, Lions. Fletcher, empty set for Liberty. 5 receivers out wide. Fletcher nearly intercepted. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, 24 there on the coverage for Saguaro. That was Cameron McMurray going ahead and covering the slots. Very heads-up play right there to recognize the pass was coming quick. They're trying to get the quick game going on the offense. And a nice heads-up play to get into coverage in time.
2:02 remaining till half. Liberty flipping some receivers. 5 receiver set. Fletcher looks. Sprints out to his left. Throws. Completes. And the first down. Tackled on the play by Rennie.
Yeah, Braxton Wynn has been one receiver that has done a really good job at developing a rapport and going ahead and making himself available for the quarterback in those types of scramble situations. So continue to keep an eye on that duo, trying to get each other going.
First and 10. Fletcher back to pass. Fletcher throws to the middle, completes once again. This time to 16. That was Camden Siegel. Stopped on the play. In on the tackle was number 8, Wiseman.
Mason Whitaker was right behind the receiver and perhaps thought it was going to come right to him. It was a very nice snag there by the Liberty receiver.
Fletcher throws again. Was it caught? And the flag comes in. Little confusion. We'll see what's going on here. And we've got a Liberty player down in the end zone as the officials confer. We'll get the word.
Okay, we have pass.
Go against the Lions. Offensive pass interference. Player down for Liberty in the end zone. As he's being tended to, may have gotten a wind knocked out of him. Official timeout for injury. We'll keep it right here. So, Ian, it's been a better drive defensively for the Cats. Liberty starting to really mix things up offensively.
Yeah, when we talk about the Saguaro defense, I did want to actually spotlight them for a second. They've done a pretty good job in the sacks department this season, 17.5 on the year compared to the national average of 11. them going ahead and trying to get pressure on the quarterback, make him roll out, which is something that Fletcher has grown comfortable to do, but in the context of developing a rapport with his receiver and the receiver knowing that he is rolling out. So them getting the pressure right there has been key for this defensive drive so far, and that was also a good play by the defensive back there, Delonte Foley, of going ahead and selling the pass interference call by the offense, and that's going to result in a long potential play right here.
First and 25. Fletcher back to pass, throws to the middle, pass is incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like that was Elias Johnson there on the coverage. It looked like that they weren't on the same page there. Was perhaps expecting him to stop, or perhaps it was an inaccurate pass. But regardless, that was good coverage there by the SaberCats, and it's going to result in what looks like it's going to be a 3rd and long.
Fletcher scans the field, throws up top, and caught right on the sideline. Looks like it was Sanchez on the reception. On 3rd, Fletcher, and finds his other back, 24, Demby Lamas.
Demby Lamas there going ahead and running a bit of a wheel route there. It caught them off guard considering that they were expecting a little bit more of the intermediate and deep shot, and he gets a couple of yards after the catch, and it looks like it's actually going to be fourth down here.
4th and 5. And the Lions. SaberCats showing pressure as Fletcher looks to the sideline. Trip set for Liberty. Trying to draw the defense, and we've got a stoppage in play here.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
Okay. Well, it looks like it'll be 4th and 1 here. I think the official was incorrect when he said 3rd. The stick is showing 4. 4th and 1. So it was 4th and 6. The encroachment call. And 5 yards later, Jaden Pico, the other quarterback, back in the game, along with Fletcher. Fletcher, pistol set, Sanchez in the backfield. The give to Sanchez, gets the first down and then some. He'll take it down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
It looked like they were selling out on the run, but perhaps didn't expect him to bounce out to the outside, given that they really like going inside. So them getting the first down there, unfortunate play right there, but they're going to have to play some stifling defense right here.
1st and goal from the 5, inside of a minute remaining till half. Fletcher to Demby Lamas. Might have gained 2 on the play. And tackled by a host of SaberCats led by Brady Cochran.
Timeout.
Liberty will take a timeout. We'll take the timeout as well with 35 seconds remaining till half here on the SaberCat Network presented by the Varsity Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Varsity Sports Show. I'm Travis Bradley reporting to you from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. At the midpoint of the season, one thing is clear about the University of Arizona football program. They're not where they'd hoped they'd be. The Wildcats are sporting a less than desirable 3-4 record, and their most recent performance against head coach Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes raised quite a few questions about the program's ability to compete in the Big 12 Conference. Still, there's plenty of things to like about this team, and although their record isn't what they'd imagined it would be earlier this year, you can't deny the performances that some of their players have shown us in the first half of the season. Arizona will finish off their season with 5 consecutive conference matchups, starting off this week against the West Virginia Mountaineers and culminating in an in-state matchup against the 5-2 Arizona State Sun Devils. Quarterback Noah Fafita is currently ranked in the top 25 for passing yards across all conferences, and his wide receiver counterpart Tetairoa McMillan.
And we are back on 2nd and goal. Fletcher on the pass, finds the receiver who's in for the touchdown. That was Camden Siegel.
Yeah, defensive back right there. That was Mason Whitaker going ahead and screeching to that right side. It looked like he had that read out, but just a step late, and he is unable to get the tackle right there, and it results in a touchdown there for the Lions.
And on the extra point attempt, Dombrowski. As we await the snap, good strong snap, kick is up, and good. And the Lions up by 3 scores now, 29-8, with under 1 minute remaining till half. Ian, 29 seconds remaining. SaberCats will have the ball, obviously. Do you kneel on it? Do you go Hail Mary? What are you doing here? Do you run it, run out the clock? What do you do?
I try to go to the outside first. I try to get some points on the board at first. I don't like going ahead and just kneeling it into halftime, especially if you have a returner who has done a really good job in Grant Williams at getting to the 30, 40-yard line. I try to go to the outside first, and if that doesn't work, perhaps you go ahead and kneel.
Yeah. Come back to live another day, and you have a conference in the locker room, make some adjustments, come back out and see if you can get some of that back, and we'll take a look. Dombrowski. Good high kick. Should land in the hands of Jackson. Jackson on the return. Comes up the right side. Finds a lane. Brought down right at about the 20. And with 22 seconds remaining, and here comes the flag.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number.
Okay.
After the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting on number 6, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
All right. Well, Liberty. So they'll get a little bit of real estate here. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 35. And Jones will come in under center, probably take a knee here so that the coaches can make some halftime adjustments. And that's what it appears that they will do. So with that, folks, stick around. We've got some great reporting at halftime from our amazing team. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy halftime, and we look forward to calling the second half of action here from Saguaro High School, where the Lions of Liberty lead the Saguaro SaberCats 29-8. We'll see you back here in just a bit.
Hi everyone, I'm Roberto Astorga from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. With November coming, Arizona high school football enters playoff season. The best teams compete for state titles. In 4A, there is a team that is undefeated and ranked number 1 by AZ Preps 365. They are the Snowflake Lobos. They represent the entire city of Snowflake, Arizona, and the northwestern part of it. Being around 3 hours away from Phoenix, they have traveled to Show Low, Gilbert, Tempe, and even the Santan Valley on their undefeated season. Earlier in the season, I spoke with head coach Kay Sullivan. He shared with me his goal of developing his athletes into good students and citizens. On the field, he is shooting for a region title and to contend for the conference. The Lobos are doing just that, being first in the region and in the entire conference. Coach Sullivan also shared that his team was filled with experienced players. His players have been terrific, with senior running back Canton Turley having 8 rushing touchdowns. On the defense, senior linebacker Aiden Core leads the team with 14 tackles a game. Their starting quarterback, sophomore Jacob Leduc, is one of the team's least experienced players, according to Sullivan. Leduc looks like he's been playing for years, as he has 10 total touchdowns. The Lobos have a great coach and talented players. They represent their city with pride and have taken over the White Mountains. They look to take over Arizona with the 4A state championship. For the Varsity Sports Show, Roberto Astorga.
Hey, what's up, Varsity Sports Show? I'm Quentin Presley from Arizona State University, and today's segment is going to focus over to Chandler, where the Arizona Compass Prep Dragons get ready for one of the most interesting seasons in high school basketball. Let's get right into it. Led by 5-star recruits Quincy Wadley, Mika Marinin, and Arizona's own Caden House, the Dragons are stacked with talent from both sides of the floor. They pose an intimidating threat of height, playmaking, and shooting at all positions, making them tough to game plan for. Their official schedule states that they will be playing 4 games this season, all against schools from different states, from the East Coast in Maryland and Virginia to the West with Cali and AZ. Although they've been playing as a team since as early as August, these are the games that will determine where they will fall in the fight for a state championship. That's all for this one. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Once again, from Arizona State University, for the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Quentin Presley.
I'm Julia Coyne at Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. The Arizona State hockey team is currently 1-4-1, with it being their first year in the incredible National Collegiate Hockey Conference. Before, they were in the American Collegiate Hockey Association. ASU has been in the top 25 several times in their last couple of years. On Friday and Saturday night, they will be traveling to Marquette to play Northern Michigan. Northern Michigan is currently 1-3 in these preseason games. They have played each other in the past, and the Sun Devils have won both times in 2023 and in 2018. Last season, Arizona State went 24-8-6, and Northern Michigan went 12-16-6. Though Arizona State did better than last year, we don't know what to tell when they travel this year to Michigan. With seniors like Matthew Copperud leading the team, the Devils have a decent shot. Copperud tied for 4th in the NCAA in scoring 23 goals and broke the Sun Devils' high record of power plays. The Wildcats also has new freshman Billy Renfro, who had 20 goals and 32 assists for a total of 52 points. This preseason game is going to be interesting to watch for both teams. On the road for the Sun Devils, it's going to be a more difficult game. With the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Julia Coyne.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Varsity Sports Show. I'm Travis Bradley reporting to you from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. At the midpoint of the season, one thing is clear about the University of Arizona football program. They're not where they'd hoped they'd be. The Wildcats are sporting a less than desirable 3-4 record, and their most recent performance against head coach Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes raised quite a few questions about the program's ability to compete in the Big 12 Conference. Still, there's plenty of things to like about this team, and although their record isn't what they'd imagined it would be earlier this year, you can't deny the performances that some of their players have shown us in the first half of the season. Arizona will finish off their season with 5 consecutive conference matchups, starting off this week against the West Virginia Mountaineers and culminating in an in-state matchup against the 5-2 Arizona State Sun Devils. Quarterback Noah Fafita is currently ranked in the top 25 for passing yards across all conferences, and his wide receiver counterpart Tetairoa McMillan is seated securely in the top 10 for receiving yards. There's still plenty of football left to be played, and we'll see if the Wildcats have what it takes to finish out their season strong. That's all for this week. I'm Travis Bradley, and this is Varsity Sports Show.
The Arizona Cardinals are coming off of a gritty walk-off Monday night win against the Los Angeles Chargers to bring their record to 3-4 on the young season. The Cardinals were led by their ground game as they rushed for 181 yards, 165 of them from James Conner and Kyler Murray. The defense was the story of this game as Jonathan Gannon and his defense had a much-needed bounce-back performance, not allowing a single touchdown and only allowing 15 points compared to the 34 they allowed against the Packers. They currently sit at second in the NFC West and just 1 game back of the Seattle Seahawks. The Cardinals have a tough task ahead of them, coming off of a short week as they head across the country to face the 2-4 Miami Dolphins, who are in much need of a win. The Dolphins, who have struggled so far to score, have reinforcements on the way as star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is back after missing 4 weeks due to a concussion he suffered in Week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. With weapons all around him, the Dolphins will look to get back to their explosive ways, especially with Tyreek Hill being back with his quarterback. Both of these teams could use a win, so this game is going to be one to watch, as a loss really puts both teams in a tough spot. Cardinals will look to get rookie wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. going again, as he has been held silent ever since his massive 130-yard and 2-touchdown performance in Week 2 against the Los Angeles Rams. Reporting for Varsity Sports, I'm Sam Lanier.
Saturday, November 2nd, the Ohio State Buckeyes traveled to the 106,000-seat Beaver Stadium to clash in an all-time matchup with the Penn State Nittany Lions. After a narrow victory against USC, the Nittany Lions come into the matchup as underdogs, despite being at home and undefeated on the season. But there is a reason for that. This Ohio State team is a powerhouse out of the Big Ten that lost a heartbreaker to the number 1 ranked Oregon Ducks. This Buckeyes offense is very dangerous and has weapons at every single position. Will Howard has looked very accurate at QB. Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson are an elite running back 1-2 punch, and receivers Emeka Egbuka and Jeremiah Smith have been 2 top receivers in the country so far. But look out for this Nittany Lion team to make this game interesting. Quarterback Drew Aller has looked stellar so far, along with steady back Nick Singleton, and the leading Penn State receiver actually being tight end Tyler Warren. He put up incredible numbers in an overtime victory against the Trojans from USC. Look for both offenses to come out firing on all cylinders for this game. It might come down to which team can get a big stop at the end of the game to seal the victory and solidify themselves as a top 5 ranked team in the country. For Varsity Sports, I'm Jace Greenke.
I'm Griffin Engelberg reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. At the Columbus Blue Jackets home opener, the team came together to commemorate the lives of Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew, who tragically passed in a car accident on August 29, 2024. It was a night filled with emotion and reflection, with players, coaches, and fans, and family members remembering Johnny's passion for hockey and his bond with his teammates. The pregame ceremony featured both teams, including the Florida Panthers wearing number 13 jerseys in honor of Johnny. The tribute began with a 13-second moment of silence, symbolizing Johnny's jersey number. Fans watched a touching video montage featuring photos and memories of the Gaudreau brothers, highlighting their lives on and off the ice as the video played Johnny's wife, Meredith, and their 2 children, Noah and Johnny, stepped onto the ice. The crowd rose in support as a banner commemorating Johnny's life and career was raised to the rafters of the nationwide arena. To further mark the occasion, the Blue Jackets started the game with only 4 skaters on the ice, leaving Johnny's usual spot empty. His longtime friend and teammate, Sean Monahan, took the opening faceoff, a moment filled with emotional significance. Monahan later scored a goal, falling to the ice before pointing at Johnny's banner, a gesture that connected deeply with fans and players alike. Monahan expressed afterward how he felt Johnny's presence throughout the game, emphasizing the impact Johnny had on his friends, teammates, and the hockey world. This was Griffin Engelberg reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Thank you for your time.
And welcome back to, we're still at halftime here at Saguaro High School, home of the SaberCats and hosting Liberty tonight. Saguaro, of course, coming in 1-6 on the season. Liberty 6-1. Early on in this game, you wouldn't have known it. You'd have thought it'd been the other way around as the SaberCats jumped out to a lead, an 8-0 lead, and were controlling quite a bit of that first quarter, and Liberty finally got on track. And had some big plays. Saguaro, a couple of key mistakes, and now we sit at 29-8. Now this game is far from being over. It is far from being out of reach. The SaberCats have had opportunities. They still do this second half, and we'll see what type of halftime adjustments have been made from Coach Darius Kelly and company tonight. So the SaberCats coming in and at a good point in the season with regard to the depth and at somewhat of full strength. So should make for an interesting second half. Vince DeLizio here from the Varsity Sports Show, joined with my broadcast partner, who's doing an amazing job, particularly in the area of statistics, Mr. Ian Monhay. Ian, what are you thinking? Yeah, we obviously saw the first half. Mm-hmm. Give us a little idea here of what to expect in the second half.
Well, first off, I appreciate the kind words there, but again, we talked about the key turnovers. They've had on the season 10 interceptions on the season, and that's 5 above the national average. They had 2 more tonight. In some unfortunate situations where it is on fourth down, some miscommunications, it is just a matter of getting on page with your receiver. But again, I continue to emphasize this running game and utilizing the quarterback's legs. That's been a humongous staple in their offense this year. As we take a look, Marcel with 6 on the season, including 1 tonight. And their backup quarterback, Danielson, also having himself 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. They really emphasize that, and I would expect that to be the main point of emphasis on the offensive side of the ball.
All right. Well, SaberCats will be up first this half offensively, so again, it'll be interesting to see what type of halftime adjustments. This coaching staff has done a really good, masterful job of coaching on the fly and making necessary adjustments, and at full strength tonight. On the fair catch by Sims. Ball will be set right about the 20-yard line, maybe the 21, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Saguaro. Folks, once again, be sure and tune in post-game to the Varsity Live post-game report. Oh, and our social media. We've got Varsity Live on social media following the game. So our amazing team reporting on all of our social media platforms, X, Facebook, Instagram, tonight at 10 to 10:30. Marcel Jones, the quarterback, on first down. Elias Johnson in the backfield. Jones back to pass. Jones on the screen to Johnson. Johnson takes it out of bounds. Respectable. Gains 3. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Johnson also had himself a decent day in the passing department last week. 2 catches for 26 yards, big chunk plays, but it's nice to get him into space, try to make a play with the ball, and now come up on a 2nd and manageable.
Jones, the give once again to Johnson. Johnson running into traffic, hangs on to the football, and may have lost one on the play.
Yeah, it looked like that was number 47, Tyler Bernstein, going ahead and blowing up that play. He has done a really solid job this season in the tackles department as well, as I will come up on that stat real shortly here, but him going ahead and making another play, which is something that he's done all year long.
Empty set for the Cats. 3 receivers top of your screen. Jones looks to the sideline for the adjustment. And now awaits the snap. Jones back to pass, goes to the top. Caught. An acrobatic catch by Jaden Wiseman. Anyone else, it would have gone through their hands.
Again, putting your receivers in position to win one-on-one matchups, that's the number one goal when you are trying to streak right down the field, and he goes ahead and makes a nice grab. 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 Saguaro, empty set. Jones sprints to his left, throws on the out, underthrew it, but looks like it was caught. Aiden Whitaker gains 3.
It looked like that was supposed to be a play where he was supposed to go ahead and continue going down the sideline once he would make that catch. It looked like a prime yards after catch opportunity, but just a little bit underthrown. Regardless, a good catch right there and comes up in a little bit more manageable on second down.
Yards after catch, also known as yak. I like that. Jones, the give. Johnson running into traffic once again. That stout front of the Lions, led by number 8, Brody Johnson. Third and 7.
Yeah, Brody Johnson himself also has 4 sacks on the season as a linebacker, going ahead and disrupting the play right there. Good stop right there, 3rd and long.
Jones surveys the field. Twin receivers top of your screen. Back to pass. Throws in and out of the hands of Mason Whitaker. And it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like he had him on the slant play. It looked like he perhaps hesitated on his way over down the middle of the field, and it ends up in a broken up play right there by the Liberty defense. Unfortunate turn of events after a pretty good start to the drive.
Tristan Armstrong into punt for the SaberCats.
Oh, and
Instead,
a fake. Oh.
In and out of the hands of Sims. What an opportunity.
Perhaps a little too excited right there. The tight end there, Sims, a awesome play design right there. Really caught them off guard. He had a ton of space on that right sideline.
Well, hats off to the staff for having the courage to go for it on 4th. And what's the worst that can happen? You don't get it. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Fletcher, the give to Lombardo. Lombardo right up the middle. And stopped on the play by Martin. Garrett Martin, the University of Kansas commit. He's had a stellar career here at Saguaro. 2nd and 4. Empty set for Liberty. Fletcher. Pass is complete. And dragged down immediately by Rennie.
Yeah, confusing play design right there. There was 2 defensive backs all the way over on that right side, and he goes ahead and makes that quick throw. And it just left a one-on-one situation. He trusted his receiver to go make a play on the ball, and that was a very nice tackle there by the Saguaro defense.
Kind of an odd set here. You got linemen split out wide. Now coming back in. Coach is obviously looking to see what type of adjustment the SaberCat defense would make to that set. Fletcher to Lombardo, and the flag comes in. Lombardo for the 1st down. We'll see if it stands. Tackled by McMurray. Oh, okay. Well, that'll go against Liberty. It'll come back 5 yards, where it'll repeat.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 in the backfield. 5 yards previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd and 9.
Perhaps a confusing formation confused the refs as well.
Yeah.
Very complicated set right there.
They're only human. On 3rd down, Fletcher back to pass. Fletcher sprints and is caught from behind by Watkins. Watkins, who stepped up
I also wanted to highlight there that number 77, Tyler King, going ahead and getting pressure right up the middle, forcing Fletcher to turn on the Jets up the middle, and it was another great reactionary play by Watkins, going ahead and getting the stop there. And now we get to see the punting unit for this Liberty special teams.
And on the punt, Armstrong deep, lets it take a bounce, gets away from it. SaberCats will have it 1st and 10. And SaberCats will have it 1st and 10 with under 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Jones, trip set. Johnson in the backfield. Armstrong, the single isolated receiver, bottom of your screen. Jones sprints out to his right. Looks, completes to Aiden Whitaker, who gains 3. Great job by Whitaker to haul that ball in. Looked like it was thrown a bit low. And moving the stick. Well, not quite, but moving the offense. 2nd down. 4 receivers split out wide. Johnson in motion. Jones back to pass. Johnson takes it out of bounds. May have gained 1. 3rd down.
Yeah, it looked like another screen play to the left side, and it looked like number 4, Mason Whitaker, streaked down the field a little bit too early. If he was assigned to do some blocking there, perhaps may have released a little early, and it results now in a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down. Tighter set here for the SaberCats. Jones back to pass, overthrows the intended target. May have been Johnson. It'll be 4th down, and the punting unit heads back onto the field for Saguaro. Wise decision here this deep in their own territory. 5 minutes remaining.
Certainly. I mean, Tyler Bernstein was coming screeching off of that left side. The pressure was getting to him real early, and just on a broken up play like that where everybody else was covered, it looked like the middle of the field was clogged up. Wise decision there, and now we have to start all over again.
Armstrong has enough time, gets it off, and takes a SaberCat bounce near midfield where it'll stop right about the 49-yard line. Lions will take over on 1st and 10, under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. So things have been going somewhat successfully for the Lions offense as they've been moving the football down the field here. Much of the same on this drive, Ian?
I mean, perhaps. Maybe we will see that. I mean, we have began taking a look at this defensive line of the SaberCats, getting a little bit more pressure, having them roll out of the pocket a little more, and we're just going to have to continue to see how they respond to the pressure that has been increasing.
Demby Lamas is going maybe a yard, might have been stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and in on the stop, Brady Cochran on the stop. Fletcher throws all alone, finds a target on the hitch route, and Aiden Whitaker in on the stop, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it looked like 3 defensive backs bought onto the slot receiver there that was on a stop route, and there was just a wide open sideline for Liberty to take advantage of.
And another carry for Demby Lamas. Cochran on the tackle.
Yeah, Cochran going ahead and making plays on that defensive side of the ball, making stifling plays on the run defense. He had himself a big game last week as well, just 2 sacks in their victory over Chaparral. Garrett Martin also with 2 sacks from last week, going ahead and making plays in a big-time spot.
Fletcher throws incomplete. Win, the intended receiver. 3rd and 8 now for Liberty.
Keep your eye on Tyler King screeching up the middle once more.
Win in motion. And Fletcher looks and goes. It's going to be real close to a first down here. Just shy. We'll see what the officials say here.
Looks like it is going to be a 4th and short.
And Fletcher. Quick handoff to Demby Lamas. Lamas, nothing but green. And the touchdown.
Yeah, another run where they were trying to sell out on the inside. He ends up bouncing it outside. Logan Lopez goes ahead and seals it, allowing him to have a wide open lane on the left side of the field, and it ends up in a Liberty Lions touchdown.
In for the extra point attempt, 33, Dombrowski. Kick is up and good. And the Liberty Lions now leading the Saguaro SaberCats 36-8 with just under 4.5 minutes remaining. I do want to say this. Every great program has a great feeder program. And when we're talking about youth sports, youth football, there are many youth football organizations out there. There is a feeder in the Liberty community, which ultimately feeds into the high school, building a great program. For many years, Saguaro has had that as well. That continues this year with the Scottsdale SaberCats, and a great organization that is putting together some lasting memories. And we are privileged to be a part of that organization and in featuring championship games for them come November. So make sure and stay tuned for that. Should be a lot of fun. Every youth-centered organization out there really that is doing it the right way, is doing it for the kids, and builds solid programs for many years to come for the high schools. Williams couldn't hold on to the football, and it will be a touchback. Will come up to the 20. SaberCats will have it 1st and 10. Marcel Jones, the quarterback for the SaberCats. Elias Johnson in the backfield. Williams in motion. Johnson with the carry. stopped at the line of scrimmage by 47. Bernstein.
Yeah, not enough push on that run play. Them trying to go ahead and emphasize the inside ground and pound style of play, and just another play by Bernstein making another play in the run game.
Bernstein again, whose dad I've known 30 years now. Gosh, Bernie, I've known you 30 years. Brent Bernstein played at ASU and had a stellar career for the Sun Devils. Spent a little bit of time professionally, but lives here in the Valley. Good friend. On the reception, number 87, Nikolai Procopio.
Called his name a couple of times here today, making a couple of nice receptions on those flat routes and going ahead and trying to get some yards after the catch. Done a pretty effective job in that area. Looks like it's going to be a first down now.
1st and 10, SaberCats. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. Trip set for Saguaro. Armstrong, bottom of your screen. Williams. And Jones sprints to his right, looks to get rid of it. Does.
Oh, he's
throws
got him.
it deep and hits his target, and Aiden Whitaker. They're saying he was out of bounds.
Oh. I don't know. It looked like he had both feet in there from our angle. I'm sure that they have the better angle than us, but it was an impressive throw down that sideline. He had the right idea. I thought that he had the feet down, but we're going to look at a 2nd and 10 here.
Goodness. As Jones awaits the call from the sideline. They'll have another opportunity at it on 2nd and 10. Lions bringing pressure. Jones spins out of a would-be tackle, finally gets tripped up and stopped in the backfield.
Perhaps a lot of dancing in the pocket right around there. He did a good job of evading that first tackler. It looked like he was trying to turn it up the field. A couple of pump fakes here and there and just lost his footing. Unfortunate play right there, but we're going to look at another opportunity at a 3rd and long.
Two and a half minutes remaining in the quarter. Jones out of trips. Gives to Williams inside, who stopped right away by number 8, Johnson.
Yeah, again, them trying to emphasize the inside running game. Their offensive lineman, Michael Toda, going ahead and trying to create some space, but so many defenders were selling out on the inside run, and it ends up in a punting situation here for the SaberCats.
On 4th down. Clock continues to move. Armstrong on the punt. Gets a good kickoff and fielded right at midfield.
Good tackle.
Tackle by Garrett Martin. Wow, big defensive end can move. 1:29 remaining. The Lions will have it 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. Quarterback Hayden Fletcher back in the game for Liberty. Offense breaking the huddle. And the quick pass, strike to Wynn, who's out of bounds. And gains 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball right at midfield. Give to Sanchez. Sanchez finds a lane, still on his feet for the first down, and then some. Takes it down. Rennie on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions, right about the 50. Right about the 30.
Yeah, another hole opening up on that left side of the offensive line, going ahead and turning on the Jets, turning it upfield and getting skinny in between that big pile of men.
Fletcher, give once again to Sanchez. Takes it upfield and stopped by Martin. Lions no huddle. Line back up again. Trip set for Liberty. As they tighten their set. And Sanchez once again with the carry. Weaves his way through, finds some open field. Stopped just shy by Mason Whitaker on about the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal with 13 seconds remaining in the quarter.
You were able to tell with all three of them motioning to the left side, going ahead and signaling a potential run to the left side, and it results in a 1st and goal.
Nothing doing there. As Sanchez is stopped short. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And with that, the Lions extend their lead. They are up 36-8 in this quarter. And stick around, folks, for quarter number 4 here on the SaberCat Network, presented by the Varsity Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Roberto Astorga from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. With November coming, Arizona high school football enters playoff season. The best teams compete for state titles. In 4A, there is a team that is undefeated and ranked number 1 by AZ Preps 365. They are the Snowflake Lobos. They represent the entire city of Snowflake, Arizona and the northwestern part of it. Being around 3 hours away from Phoenix, they have traveled to Show Low, Gilbert, Tempe, and even the Santan Valley on their undefeated season. Earlier in the season, I spoke with head coach Kay Sullivan. He shared with me his goal of developing his athletes into good students and citizens. On the field, he is shooting for a region title and to contend for the conference. The Lobos are doing just that, being first in the region and in the entire conference. Coach Sullivan also shared that his team was filled with experienced players. His players have been terrific, with senior running back Canton Turley having 8 rushing touchdowns. On the defense, senior linebacker Aiden Kaur leads the team with 14 tackles a game. Their starting.
And we are back here where the Liberty Lions are up 36-8. My name is Ian Monheyes. It's going to be a fullback dive, and that's going to be a touchdown there for the Lions. As that was number 79 there for the Lions, taking the handoff. Looks like that was Ethan Cook on the handoff, going ahead and getting his first rushing touchdown on the season. A little bit of trickery there to go ahead and get their next score up 42-8, pending this extra point here by Dombrowski. As there is a couple of flags here, we'll wait for the call.
Prior to the snap, false start of the offense. 5 yards, replay the try.
And just a quick false start right there for the Lions, going ahead and getting a little too antsy there. And now it's going to result in a little bit longer of an extra point. We don't see a lot of field goals this long in the high school sports entertainment area in any of these games, as we're going to see one being launched near the 15-yard line. Kick is up. And it is perfect. It is through. It is now 43-8. Liberty Lions just took the lead. Took an even bigger lead, my apologies, with 11:56 to go in this game. So we await for the special teams unit to come onto the field now. as the SaberCats get ready to receive the kickoff. Dombrowski here on the kick. Number 9, Grant Williams, and number 10, Elijah Jackson, back to return. On a running clock now, and we are back into the game as it's going to be taken nowhere. It's going to go through the back of the end zone. We'll start back out on the 20-yard line where we get to see Marcel Jones go ahead and continue to make plays for the SaberCats offense. And Jones, having played the last 3 games of the season so far, has put up 625 passing yards on the year, 5 passing touchdowns. Has also picked up a lot of yards in the running game, 318 for 5 touchdowns, going ahead and making this offense just as dynamic as it was some weeks ago, as he's going to roll out to the right, and it's going to be a quick dump off that is incomplete to the intended target, Jaden Wiseman. Just through the hands, maybe was a little bit behind him, not in stride, and it's going to result in a 2nd and long here for the SaberCats. Coming a little bit of a favorite for Jones in this situation. He has 7 catches for 136 yards on the season, also has a receiving touchdown, continuing to try to make plays there. Surveying the field as he looks for the check down to number 87 as he tries to break a tackle, but he's going to be tackled at around the 25-yard line. But Procopio there on the reception is going to be a 3rd and manageable for this SaberCats offense. Number 54, Darius Stevens there on the tackle, the junior defensive lineman making a play as we're going to look at a 3rd and 5 in a bunch set. And it's going to be an end around to 17, and they are trying to evade the tacklers, and he gets brought back for another tackle for loss. Liberty defense going ahead and being a stout defensive team for the last couple of weeks now. They have had a ton of tackles for loss on the season, 59.5 of those on the year, compared to the national average of 33.9. That's an incredible number, and they continue to rack up the stat line there as we're going to look at a punting situation right here, as it looks like it's a good kick. Going to be at around the going to sit down at about the 48-yard line in SaberCats territory, and we're going to see this Liberty offense come out once more and try to extend this lead even further. And once again, join us later at 10:30 on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona, where Vince DeLisio will be hosting the Varsity Live postgame show, and I will come on as a guest on that as well, breaking down this game at around 11 o'clock at night. So don't miss out. AM 1060 KDUS Arizona, the Varsity postgame wrap-up show. So we're going to look at an empty formation, a screen pass to number 11, and he's going to be tackled at around the 43-yard line. That is number 22 there on the play. That is Brady Cochran in on the tackle. Reception made there by Brody Palgard, the senior wide receiver, 5'11", 165 pounds. So we're going to come up on about a 2nd and 4 here. In the shotgun, 2 receivers left and right. 26 in motion, and he's going to receive the handoff right up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at about the 40-yard line, tackled there what looks like to be by number 11, Garrett Martin, again going ahead and making a play on that side of the ball.
Scott.
So it looks like there is a penalty on the play. We'll take a look at that real quickly.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
Yeah, perhaps the running back came to the backfield and wasn't set, so maybe that was perhaps the reason why the flag was pulled out there, as it's going to be a 2nd and 9 now here for the Lions offense. It's a motion to the left side, number 84. Steps up in the pocket, and it's going to be incomplete. Good play right over there. That is by number 8, Jaden Wiseman there to make a play on the ball, make that an incompletion. Looks like we do have a new quarterback in the game. I forgot to mention that earlier, but that is going to be Braden Stevens, the junior quarterback, going ahead and getting some run in this fourth quarter. 6 minutes, 21 seconds left to go. So we got an interesting formation with 2 running backs left and right, as it's going to be a keeper. Stevens going down the right sideline, continuing to turn on the Jets, and he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 3-yard line, and it does seem like there is a penalty there, and we will wait on the call right there. So it looks like it is perhaps going to be a holding. We're going to confirm that real quickly.
During the run, holding on the offense, number 13, 10 yards from the spot. Replay, 3rd down.
That is on Ben Lieber there, trying to cut it to the outside, perhaps holding the linebacker a little bit too long, or perhaps he was turned at the right moment and created a nice penalty there for the Lions. Coming up at about 6 minutes left to play. It is 43-8. Liberty Lions up in this game so far. Looking at a shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 26 back in motion. As it's going to be another keeper, and it's not going to go anywhere. Number 11 there on the tackle for a loss. Garrett Martin again making another play in the run defense, something that has been emphasized very clearly. Garrett Martin has gone ahead and made his impact on the defensive line this game, and has done a very good job this entire season as well. That is going to bring up, well, it looks like it's going to be a 4th down, and the punting unit is coming out. And it is punted away. High kick, not too long of a kick though, as it's going to back up to the 49-yard line. It's going to be down there. SaberCats offense coming right back out onto the field. Again, we're at 4 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in this game, 43-8. Liberty Lions up on the Saguaro SaberCats at Saguaro Stadium over here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So they are going to trot right back out onto the field. Jones still in the game at the quarterback position. They're going to be on the far end of the field, closer to the Lions sideline in the shotgun formation. Bunch set. It's going to be a handoff to their running back, number 20. Excuse me, that is number 87, and a fumble. And it looks like he's going to be marked down there on contact instead of a fumble. That is actually number 87 right over there. Taking the handoff is Nikolai Procopio. Making a play in the running game as well. Very interesting play call there to get him some touches in that department. A player who's listed as a tight end and defensive end, going ahead and making the running back hybrid. He's rolling left, and it's going to be just a little bit short. It's going to be a 3rd and manageable here. Intended there for Oliver Gibson, the sophomore wide receiver, 5'11", going ahead. Had it in front of him, but at the same time was low and short of the stick. So we're going to look at about a 3rd and 6 here. So we're going to see 3 receivers right. That would have been his 7th reception on the year. He has 6 for 124 and 2 touchdowns on the year. And it is going to be a keeper as he's turning on the Jets, trying to turn upfield, and it is going to be a 1st down there. Again, another great utilization of the quarterback's legs there. Again, we're coming up on about 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in this game. So we are going to see 3 more receivers to the right, 1 to the left, as he's going to roll right, turn on the jets. He's trying to stiff arm him, tries to throw it down the field, make a play, and he gets the catch going down the sideline, and he goes out of bounds right at about the 20-yard line. Quentin Sims making another play, getting put in a one-on-one situation where only he could catch it. What a play there by Sims, making up for some of that drop from the fake punt. And it is going to be a toss back to Procopio, and he's going to turn on the jets. He's going to get to the 10, and he's continuing to go, and it's a touchdown. Procopio with his first rushing touchdown on the season, his first running back snaps. Makes it a 14-43 ball game. 1 minute 48 left to play. So now it looks like they are going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Going to be 2 receivers, and it's going to be a slant. It's going to be a little high. Intended target there for Jaden Wiseman. Looked like the plan there was for him to go ahead and hit him with the move to the outside, cut it back to the inside, and he had to throw it in a spot where only he could catch it. It looked like there was 3 defenders sitting around Wiseman, and it goes through his hands a little too high, a little bit behind him. It's going to remain a 14-43 ball game, 1 minute 48 left to play. But it brings their total in the rushing department to 11 rushing touchdowns on the season, 1 by Marcel Jones. That's his 6th on the year, and the first rushing snaps of Procopio's career, again, his first touchdown there in the rushing department. We're now going to await the kickoff here. As Procopio again going to go ahead and take this responsibility of kicking it away, and it's going to be a onside. It looked, maybe it was an onside. Regardless, it is recovered by the Liberty Lions at about the 47-yard line in their territory. We're going to go ahead and see Stevens back out onto the field again. In the shotgun formation, 2 receivers right. And it is going to be a handoff that's going to be stuffed there. Joseph Rennie once again going ahead and making a play. Getting the tackle for loss there. It's going to be a 2nd and 12 here, 1 minute 30 left to play in this game. So it looks like they are going to go a little bit slower, run some time off the clock here. And they're not going to do that. He's going to turn on the jets to the left side. And it looked like it was Rennie there once again making the play, the first one to get to Stevens, and he's going to get back closer to the original line of scrimmage at about the 47. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 here for the Lions, coming up now under a minute here. As it's going to be a handoff again. About a 1-yard gain there. That was number 23 there on the play, Braden Egger. as it looks like that is going to be the end of the game here. Everybody's getting ready to line up. And that is your final score here, 43-14. Liberty Lions take the victory over the Saguaro SaberCats. And again, be sure to tune in on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona for the Varsity Live postgame wrap-up show hosted by Vince DeLisio. I will be joining that as well at about 11 p.m. tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning into this matchup, and I wanted to say a big thank you as well to everybody else that was here, to Vince DeLisio, my partner, Luke Galindo, the tech director, our cameraman, Mason Byers, Jace Grenke, and our field correspondent, Bella Casey. My name is Ian Monhay from Arizona.